Hello, unlimited friends. It's Zara back again with Q&A about the law of attraction and its application in practical ways to our lives. Today, the question is about how long it can take to manifest things. And the question is from Sati. Let me read out the question to you. So, Sati says, how long does one need to stay in the vortex before they can see changes? When somebody is going through a really hard time with almost everything going wrong, it can be difficult to maintain one's stability in the vortex. It seems that one needs to stay there for a certain period of time before physical manifestations can happen. To me, that sounds really hard to maintain, even if one isn't attached to the outcome per se. Other things in life can get you out of the vortex. This is a really important question, and I must thank you, Sati, for asking this question. Now, the reply is extremely detailed and it's going to go in many different directions, but I am going to try and keep it as concise as I possibly can. Before I jump into it, let me just take a minute to introduce myself to those of you who are new at my channel. Welcome. Hi, I'm Zara Mahoon. I write the blog zmahoon.com and I'm the author of 12 books on the subject of law of attraction. I have created the Unlimited 40-Day Law of Attraction workbook for accelerating manifestation, and that comes along with a completely free video course where I teach the program on a daily basis live on Facebook. So if you're interested in joining me and others who are on this law of attraction journey, go grab the workbook on Amazon and send me a message. All right, let's get into Sati's very important question. The first thing is, Sati, I'm going to break this down sentence by sentence. So the first thing that you're saying is, how long does one need to stay in the vortex before they can see the changes? Sweetheart, what I want to say to you first of all is that the vortex is the place where we live our life. It is not a place that you go because you want to manifest something. That's important to understand. You see, being in the vortex means being in a place of love. In love with yourself, in love with your life, in love with other people. And love is our natural state of being. When you go down the emotional scale to, let's say, anger, resentment, despair, you're not in a place of love. That's not the real you. The real you is love. At your core, everybody is love. And so, staying in the vortex is our natural state of being and should not require any effort at all. Think about a spring. If I had a spring and I depressed the spring all the way down, I am exerting pressure to depress the spring. The natural state of the spring is to expand to its fullest potential. And that happens when I'm not exerting any pressure on it. When we worry or when we are in any sort of negative emotion, that is an indication that we are not in our natural state, that we have drifted away from our core, and our core is love. So, sweetheart, the first thing I want to say to you is that maintaining our stability inside the vortex is the easiest thing to do. It is natural to you. It is who you are. And all the other places that you go to, those are the places that are not natural to you. The second thing I want to say to you is that if you keep saying that it can be difficult to maintain one's stability in the vortex, if you keep saying that, then law of attraction is going to respond to that thought and that belief. So for you, it will be difficult to maintain your stability in the vortex. I would recommend replacing these words. the words that you've written. It can be difficult to maintain one's stability in the vortex with the words, I am learning to maintain my stability in the vortex. Because you are, and that is one of the reasons why you are asking this question. So when you say, I'm learning to maintain my stability inside the vortex, you've left the possibility of obtaining stability open. You haven't shut the door on it, which means that the universe will help you to accomplish that stability. But if you say that it can't be done, then the universe will help you to make it so that it can't be done. And that's the opposite of what you want. All right, now let's look at the rest of your comment. So the next thing that you said is, how long does one need to stay in the vortex before they can see changes? Sweetheart, once you start living your life inside the vortex, which is your natural state of being, your entire life becomes joyful. You feel free. You feel that everything is exactly the way it should be. And furthermore, you make your way towards the things that you want with ease and joy. You start enjoying going from one day to the next. Your life becomes joyful. All right. So then the next thing that you said is, it seems that one needs to stay there for a certain period of time before physical manifestations can happen. Here's the thing, sweetheart. There's a misunderstanding there. Every moment is a manifestation. In every moment of time, you are manifesting something. But if you become a conscious, deliberate creator, now the things that you manifest in every moment will be things that please you, that bring you joy. And so it doesn't take much time at all to get into the vortex. And it doesn't take any effort at all to stay there. In order to do so, however, you have to give up being the person that you were before. You have to stop thinking the thoughts that you used to think before. It's like, for example, somebody says something to you and you want to respond. Before you respond, you stop and you analyze the thought that's in your head and you say, oh, that's how I used to think in the past based on my old beliefs. What are my new beliefs? Oh, my new beliefs are, things are always working out for me. The future can be better than the past. All things are possible. Therefore, it is possible for me to arrive at a harmonious, mutual understanding with this person. So now when you repeat your new beliefs to yourself and you respond to that person based on your new beliefs, you will start changing your reality. It is absolutely possible to wake up, have a completely different reality. People like Anita Moorjani and Eckhart Tolle have demonstrated that to us. My own personal experience has been different. My personal experience has not been of change, overnight change. My personal experience has been of change, slow and steady change in the right direction. But even that change did not take much time at all. I know you're saying that almost everything in your life is going wrong. And I want to say to you, I was once there. Everything in my life was going wrong. And for the most part, it took 6 months to steady the ship and another 6 months to completely turn things around, where I then had the confidence that I was on the right track and that I could shift things in my favor. Even then, things did not change completely within that 1 year. It took a little bit more time than that. I'd say maybe 3 or 4 years. But at the end of those 3 or 4 years, I can't even tell you how much changed in that period of time. So the thing about law of attraction is to understand that our natural place of being is inside the vortex. Things will happen in life that you will have a preference for, but they don't necessarily bring you out of the vortex. Once you start knowing how to stay inside the vortex, then it just takes a few seconds of work, just takes a little bit of a shift in your way of looking at things, and everything changes. Next thing I want to point out to you, Sati, is that if you are consciously trying to manifest something, that word, trying to manifest something, means that you have attachment to the outcome. And it also means that you're not really in the vortex. Because the one thing that happens when you are in the vortex, you are in that highest emotional frequency of love and joy and eagerness, enthusiasm about life. When you're in that place, you don't think about manifesting in that same sense that you are talking about it just now. And that is because you know that things are always working out for you. You know that you don't have to try hard. You know that whatever comes to you is going to be a good thing for you. And so when you know that, you don't worry about what's coming next. You just enjoy where you are and continue your journey. So my feeling after reading all your comments and the dialogue that you and I had, Sati, is that there are a couple of things that I think would help you improve your understanding of the process of manifesting. Manifesting is not something that you do. Manifesting is something that you allow. And you allow most easily by getting off the subject. In the end, sweetheart, there are only two things that you have to do. One is to appreciate, and the other one is to meditate. Appreciation is about thinking, on track thoughts, and meditation is about the absence of thought. The combination of these two techniques will get you to a place where your life will be amazing, regardless of the subjects. You will never need to try to make things happen. And I can tell you from my own personal experience that if you're trying to make something happen, you're not in the vortex, because there's no trying involved in the vortex. In the vortex, there is ease and flow. And so the question that I want to leave you with, Sati, is, do you really understand the emotional scale? Do you really understand emotions? Because the one thing I understood from doing a lot of work with Abraham is that relief is not the same as joy. A lot of times, what I've seen happening as I coach people one-on-one is that people feel that they've done a little bit of this appreciation, meditation, visualization work, and they were here somewhere on the emotional scale. So this being the bottom of the scale, this is worry, it's in between, and then at the top are love and joy. People who have spent most of their lives in this negative space where things have not been working out for them, they do a little bit of work and they feel a little bit better. And it seems to them that they must be here. But the thing is, sweetheart, if you were truly here, everything in your life would already have worked out. The fact that you're still stuck and things are not working out for you means that you don't really understand emotions. You think you're at the top of the emotional scale and in the vortex, but you're not. Because once you get there, things do happen really, really quickly. So I'm going to invite you and anyone else who is here listening to this video just now to get in touch with me. Because if you're stuck in life, obviously you need help. and I help hundreds of people on a regular basis. So if you think that either a group coaching scenario or a private coaching scenario might work for you, send me a message and I'll be more than happy to chat with you for a few minutes to help you decide which option is best for you. And again, you can send me your questions and you can send me a message through my website, zmahoon.com. All right, folks, thank you everybody for being here just now. Hopefully, you will come back and hopefully this material resonates with you. Thank you for joining me. Before you leave, if you could click on that like button, I would really appreciate it. And of course, comments are always welcome. Bye for now.